Okay, I guess we're ready to start. Young scientists, also some young athletes, because this opening ceremony is going to be 6.5 hours long, so I guess you want to stand there. I'm kidding. Of course, dear invited guests, contestants, escorts, and visitors, welcome to the 23rd European Union Contest for Young Scientists. Good morning, all. Okay, we'll try that one again. Good morning. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Good? We're getting there? Okay. Welcome all, first of all, to Finland. My name is Axel Smith. I'll be your host for today and also for the prize ceremony next week. So in other words, you're not getting rid of me anytime soon. It's good to see you all, and right here, right now, we have 134 talented young scientists from 38 different countries. And of course, the competition will be held here in Suvilahti, Helsinki. Now, the contest, altogether we have 87 studies and scientific researches in this competition, and of course, not only for this competition, for years to come. We start this day with greetings from our EU Commissar, Mayor Quinn.
Ladies and gentlemen, young scientists of Europe and beyond, I'm delighted to welcome you to the 23rd European Union Contest for Young Scientists. I'm sorry that a previous engagement prevents me from coming to Helsinki to meet you and learn about your research products at first hand. I've been invited to say a few words to you in my capacity as the European Commissioner responsible for research, innovation and science. The European Commission is very proud to support this contest each year. But I also have a more personal interest in this contest because I began my career as a teacher in Ireland. I know the value of encouraging our young scientists. This annual contest has become a leading event in Europe's science calendar. If previous years are anything to go by, I'm sure that the 23rd contest will be one of the most widely reported European science stories of the year. This contest is all about encouraging your talents and recognising your bright ideas in a wide range of fields, whether biology, chemistry, computing, engineering, environmental science, mathematics, medicine, physics or the social sciences. I don't need to tell you that science and technology are all around us and have increasingly important roles to play in every walk of life. Science and technology are also the keys to tackling many of the big problems and challenges faced by Europe and indeed the world. Research and science can help us better understand and solve problems such as climate change, finding cheap and environmentally friendly sources of energy, feeding the world, or fighting disease. But science is not just about doing research. That's just the beginning. We also have to turn good research into practical applications, into new technologies and products that people want and need. These can be new medicines, new sources of energy, or newer and cleaner means of transport, just to give some examples. Or we can turn research into new forms of entertainment or communication. New developments like the iPad, Twitter, or Viber are very much products of science and innovation. We also need research and technology that creates growth and jobs. Europe has lots of bright ideas, you're all proof of that, but we're not as good as we can be when it comes to finding innovative ways to apply these ideas. While MP3 technology was developed in Germany, it took a daring and visionary company like Apple to turn it into a global money spinner and really change how we listen to music. In Europe, we are determined to lead the way in science and research so that we can find answers to society's biggest challenges and so that we can give everyone in Europe a good standard of living. European leaders, policymakers and scientists are agreed that we must turn the European Union into an innovation union, and we want young people like you at the heart of it. We are investing in your future and working hard to ensure that Europe is an attractive place to study science and technology and a rewarding place to work as a scientist or researcher. But there will be no cutting-edge science careers without excellent science teaching in schools and universities. I would like to thank all the teachers involved in the contest for their hard work and for encouraging students to learn about science in a very practical and hands-on way. It is with your help that young people can be enchanted by the potential of science from an early stage. For the last few years, we have been promoting a hands-on approach to science learning in schools in Europe called inquiry-based science education. And since such good results have been seen so far, we are working at European level to provide schools across Europe with the information and materials they need to try this approach for themselves. As winners of national science contests, you have already had great success and you're already excellent ambassadors for your schools and colleges. I encourage you all to continue your endeavours with science and technology and hopefully to enjoy exciting careers in your chosen fields. Many of the previous winners of the contest have gone on to have prestigious science careers in major research labs in Europe, such as the European Molecular Biology Laboratory in Germany or CERN in Switzerland, the home of the Large Hadron Collider that aims to revolutionise our understanding of the universe. The projects and experiments you are presenting may have a life beyond the contest. Several previous contestants have successfully applied for patents for their inventions. As in previous years, the European Patent Office in Munich is offering a special prize and will invite winners to visit. I would like to thank all of the organisers for their excellent work, bringing together 87 projects from 38 different countries. Speaking of which, I'm pleased to see that many young scientists from outside Europe are also participating in the International Prize. Excellent ideas and excellent science should know no borders. Finally, I'd like to thank you, our young scientists, for coming to Helsinki with your projects. Congratulations on making it here and on having this opportunity to present your projects to the jury and, just as importantly, to your peers and future collaborators. Whatever the results, I hope you all enjoy taking part. I wish you continued success in your studies and your future careers. Today, you are among our top young scientists. Tomorrow, you could be among the world's top researchers, technologists, innovators and entrepreneurs. The best of luck to all of you and have a wonderful time in Helsinki.
I'm just so happy that that was a video because I'm quite sure I didn't get her name right, but pardon my French, I'm getting there. Okay, after this audio visual experience, of course, it's time to use our facilities here in Suvilahti. Let me introduce you the head of unit at DC Research and Innovation for the European Commission, Mr. Gilles Laroche.
Thank you very much. It's working? Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. President of the jury, Professor Viana Batista, member of the jury, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and you young scientists. I'm very pleased to be here today and to have the honor of addressing you at this opening ceremony for the 23rd European Union Contest for Young Scientists in Helsinki. I would first like to thank TEC for organizing the contest and for hosting it. I know you have been working hard to make this contest a success. I would especially like to thank you, the young scientists and the major participants of today. You are 94 young men and 40 young women, coming from 37 countries and a European school, bringing with you 87 innovative projects spanning all areas of science. Why this contest? Well, this contest could give you a fantastic opportunity to jump into a career in research, as it is one of the initiatives of the Science in Society program of the European Union to develop young people's interest in science. Europe will need 1 million extra researchers by 2020 if it is to remain competitive. Research and innovation are at the very top of the political agenda in Europe. They are key to creating new job opportunities and ensuring Europe's long-term sustainable growth and competitiveness. Scientific advances, new technologies, and innovation are also needed to address pressing societal challenges, such as climate change, the aging population, the resource scarcity. But to tackle these challenges adequately, Europe needs responsible research and innovation. This is what the research projects funded over the 10 last years by Science and Society program show. Successful innovation needs responsibility. What do responsible research and innovation mean? Basically, it means that the general public needs to know that they can trust science. Firstly, it involves participation. As brilliant young scientists, you will have an important role to play in the future in order to ensure that research is firmly rooted in society and respond to the people's needs and aspirations. None of our societal challenges will be solved without involving lots of different people along the research and innovation process. Researchers, policymakers, civil society, and industry. Responsible research and innovation also means that scientists and researchers of tomorrow, you will have to make sure that your work respects fundamental rights and ethical principles, values on which our society is based. This is certainly not a constraint to research and innovation, but a way of ensuring high-quality results. Responsible research and innovation mean that gender equality is ensured in research institutions and that gender dimension is taken into account in the research content. Could all girls participating please stand up? Only girls, please. Thanks. Good. Here today you represent over 30% of the participants. But do you know that today women represent only 13% of the heads of institutions in the higher education sector and 9% of the heads of universities? This situation is simply not acceptable. And the Commissioner, Moira Guggenquin, who we heard speaking just a few moments ago, took a commitment last year to propose structural changes within universities and research institutions across Europe in order to promote equal representation of women and men. Now, could all boys participating please stand up? Just imagine not being able to use your iPod because the technology was developed for the girls in the room. This can seem funny, but it is still the reality in different research areas. Thank you, you can sit down. Let me give you two interesting examples, a positive and a negative one. The positive first. A few years ago, researchers in the US and Sweden found that pregnant women often don't use seatbelt while driving a car, as they are afraid of endangering the lives of their unborn babies. As a result, Volvo developed the first computer model of a pregnant crash test dummy and created, on this basis, belts and airbags that better protect unborn babies and pregnant women. Another famous case involved medical research. In 2005, the US authorities withdrew 8 out of 10 prescription drugs from the market because of women's health issues. This was because in the past, clinical trials tended to focus on men's reactions to drugs instead of on men and women. Imagine the full amount of research funding wasted because the research was carried out in a gender-based or gender-blind way. Communicating your work is an important aspect of responsible research and innovation. You will be getting lots of opportunities this week to talk about your project. As you speak to the jury, discuss them with the public and with your peers. We are thinking about all of these issues already at school through science education. Not only do we need more researchers in Europe, we also need a more scientifically literate society. People need to better understand what's happening in the world and as it becomes more and more technological and complex. As the Commissioner said a few minutes ago, today you are top young scientists. Tomorrow you could be among the world's top researchers, technologists, inventors, and entrepreneurs. I hope you will apply this principle in your careers. The prizes for this contest are unique. The task of selecting the winning projects falls, of course, to the contest jury. The president of the jury, Professor Viana Batista, and her colleagues will have the difficult but fascinating task ahead of them. In addition to the core prizes, there are 2 honorary awards and a number of special donated prizes. Some of these special prizes will offer you the opportunity to spend time at prestigious research organizations working alongside brilliant scientists and researchers. But you must remember, you are all winners as you have already won first prize in your national science competitions and have achieved excellence among your peers. I'm really looking forward to visiting you at the stand and hearing all about your projects firsthand. I want to witness your curiosity, your creativity, your enthusiasm, and your talent. I wish all of you the very best of luck over the next few days. Besides talking about science, take time to make new friends, take part in the cultural program that the Finns have organized, and above all, enjoy yourself. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much, Mr. Laroche. It truly is an honor and privilege to have this competition here in Finland. And of course, as Laroche mentioned, it's good that you take the time to wander around Helsinki if you have the time. We want you to feel warmly welcome. That's the main part. And I know it's a little cold outside, but our hearts are really warm. Of course, these are the same words. I probably assume that our next speaker feels the same. Ladies and gents, the host for National Organizer Finland, Mr. Pekka Pellinen.
Your Excellency, Ambassador, dear contestants, the engineering profession and all the other organizers of the contest warmly welcome you to Helsinki. The European Union contest for young scientists is now organized for the 24th time in its current form. And it is the second time Helsinki has the pleasure of hosting the event. This year we have in total 134 contestants from 38 countries gathering here. These figures are about 50% higher than they were 15 years ago, the last time Helsinki hosted the event. When the contest was launched in 1989, one clear objective was set for it: to attract more young people into careers in science and engineering. This objective has lost none of its current interest from the time it was written. Scientific and technological competence is still the main vehicle for achieving prosperity and higher standards of life. Science and technology play a central role in both safeguarding the well-being of people and providing the answers to many of the problems now facing societies all over the world. The prosperous countries have a special duty to invest in technology and development, as it is all obvious that the path of developing countries towards greater prosperity simply cannot follow the path taken previously by the industrialized countries. The whole engineering profession wholeheartedly shares all these objectives. Therefore, the decision to commit time and resources from the organization to hosting this event in Helsinki was not really a difficult one. I am sure there is no need to underline the importance of promoting science and technology among this audience. The national organizers, commission representatives, and people investing their time in the contest are all committed to achieving these objectives. However, there is another aspect I would like to raise here. The contest provides an excellent opportunity for young scientists to meet others with similar interests, socialize, and share experiences. Science and technology are all too often perceived as something serious and not providing too many opportunities for having fun. There is one special thing about the contest that keeps on energizing cynical middle-aged people like myself. It is the excitement, energy, and joy of discovery, tangible and clearly visible in the works presented in the contest. The event is a live and a convincing one, example of the possibilities science and technology provide for the open-minded. What we as national organizers can do is to create a platform and the conditions for cultivating ideas and competencies. We as tech definitely have no intention of turning the contest into a purely entertaining activity. Nevertheless, we have consciously chosen to take a slightly more relaxed approach this year. In addition to tech, many of the scientific communities in Helsinki have contributed to the project. Helsinki University, Aalto University, and Science Center Heureka will all be hosting the contestants for one night. The beauty of the concept of this contest is that by providing a European and a global dimension, it adds value to the work done in the participating countries. The European Union contest opens up a new worldwide dimension to the national contests and helps the national organizers in their attempts to draw the attention of the target groups. I would like to take the opportunity to thank and congratulate the Commission for its commitment and continuing support for the activity. Europe definitely needs an event like this. And my sincere wish is that the contest continues to evolve as one of the leading events of its kind in the world. Dear contestants, I do hope that the coming days in Helsinki will be an experience that stays in your mind for a long time. The organizing team has put a lot of effort into making this a memorable one. However, having been involved in these contests for quite a while, more than a decade, experience tells me that things will never go exactly as planned. Therefore, please bear in mind that the mistakes we make are not made on purpose. My humble wish as the national organizer is that it is predominantly fond memories you take home with you. May these fond memories stay in your mind for a long time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pellinen. And as Mr. Pellinen mentioned, obviously an event like this takes long hours, isn't built in a day, takes planning and takes the right people to organize and help to put things together. Now, one of the many great foundations here with us tonight is the Helsinki University. We should now have a video from Rector Thomas Wilhelmsson from the university.
Dear young scientists, I wish you all welcome to Finland and Helsinki region, and I wish you success in the contest for young scientists. I hope you will enjoy the stay here. Not everybody can win the contest, but I hope you all will feel the success of the occasion. As you know, science is a collective process. New research is always built on the work of your predecessors. So together we wish you all welcome to build on what we have done, and we wish that we look forward to have such a brilliant group of people continuing the work at our universities. As director of a world-class research university, University of Helsinki, I'm happy to see so many of you here. As you know, the world and mankind are facing lots of new grand challenges. We can speak about climate change, diseases, water shortage, poverty, the growing cleavage between rich and poor, and so on and so forth. We face many smaller challenges as well. But all these challenges can be solved only by increasing our knowledge. So for the future of mankind, you are key players. You are the persons who will help us to bring about a better world. I do hope we together can work for that cause. And it's important to see that all the areas of research that you do are essential in this respect. We need applied research focusing on specific problems, but no applied research can flourish in a context where there's not strong basic research as well. So, and many of the big inventions that have changed the life of mankind have their origin in good basic research. So we need you all. Once more, welcome to Finland and Helsinki, and enjoy your stay here.
Okay, now before we get to our very interesting headliner and musical act today, I thought it would be good to get you pumped up and ready for the competition, right? And who could be better than one of your peers, a young talent like yourselves? Please let me welcome on stage our first prize winner for 2002, Mr. Lauri Kauppila.
Thank you. I participated in 2002 in the Vienna contest, and I was the Finnish representative and won that contest. And perhaps you want to know what kind of things do people do with the prize money? Well, I don't know where the money is. I probably spent it all. The thing is that the prize money makes the contest a lot more interesting, but not everybody gets the prize, and anyways, 10 years later, everybody just has the memories left, and so I'll talk about those. The first thing, when I think about the contest, is basically easy. What is my impression of the contest? And I always think, oh, the other kids that were there, because the other participants were always the most interesting part of the contests. We had a lot of fun, and we made a lot of friends. And one of the things that I still feel impressed about the other participants is that they were such an interesting and tough crowd. And even though after the contest I've been to many top schools, for example, I studied at MIT, and nowadays I study in Helsinki University, I think that the Young Scientist competition manages to gather an even more interesting crowd than any school could ever accomplish. So my first advice definitely to you is that even though it's only 5 days, you should spend those 5 days getting to know each other and making some friends. It's a short time, but there's enough time to make some friends. Second, I'll talk about something a bit more long-term. So what is the long-term impact of participating in the contest? The one thing that the contest did for me was that it put into my mind just the one critical idea that it is possible to compete internationally. It hadn't occurred to me before. When you have that idea in your mind, you don't lose it anymore. And when you get future projects to do, whether they be academic or maybe at work, you always think, let's make this really good. And the attitude and the confidence that you get from this participating in the conference will be a foundation for each of you for future success. It's also going to bring you some problems. For example, as my thesis project at MIT, we were given maybe 30 projects that we could do. They said, here are some projects, just pick one and it'll turn out well. And then we were thinking with a partner that, these are not so interesting anyways. So let's come up with something ourselves. And to make a long story short, we chose something that was so difficult that we missed all the deadlines. And they almost kicked us out of school. But then it turned out to be a fantastic project, and we ended up making a very unique wing design that we tested in the wind tunnel, and everything turned out much better than the average. Last, I want to mention that the special prizes that are given here are quite unique. And Mr. LaRoche also mentioned that they will be given out. And I won't mention what they are, but to point out that we discovered late, only after the prize ceremony, that some of them are worth more than money. And there are some interesting experiences that they give to you. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Lauri. Wise words. Thank you. Okay, dear guests, for the next 10 minutes or so, this venue will turn into a voice laboratory. Now, these next instruments, as you would call them, would be something that you guys would use in your research when you're at work. This next gentleman, I was talking to him earlier, he said I could sort of hype him up in any words that I want to, so I'm just going to mention that he was in the studio with Britney Spears 2 weeks ago, working heavily on her next album. I'm just making stuff up. For the next 10 minutes or so, this gentleman will take us on a journey to frequencies, and frequencies that we make into music. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Miro Mantere.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm the official sound laborant in Finland. I just adapt myself to my equipment. Okay, my main study is that I study the frequencies between 20 to 20 kilohertz, so we basically hear those frequencies normally if our ears is okay and brains is functionally working. And what I noticed during my work and researching, that if you hear the sound of a guitar, your mind tells you that you are listening music. But if you use instruments which are not made for making music, you probably think that it's some kind of noise or annoying sound, or what is this, or something like that. But our brains is funny that way, that more this kind of weird noises you put together, it starts to make the fragments. Like you watch the TV with no program that there is the snowfall coming, your eyes is making that there is figures. Well, it's in the sounds the same thing. And the interesting point in my studies is that where I put enough all kinds of weird noises together, there comes the point when our brains is telling that, well, maybe this is kind of music. So I will demonstrate my work now, and so, okay. Anyway. So today I will use very familiar stuff. I think most of you have used these kind of things many times during your studies and everything. So let's see what happens now. Thank you. May you have a very pleasant and excellent scientist week. And I hope some of you will join the same league that I am, so study music also. It makes the brains work funny. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Miro. Thank you. Okay, party people, we only got one thing to do. That's the group photo. So I want everybody to stand up, come right over here, make your way to the stage. We got the photographer right on the deck. So come on, everybody. Come on, here we go. So we'll take the photo up from the deck and just make your way towards here. Say the back row over here next to the stage, and first one's obviously there next to the deck. So you just come over here because the photographer is on the deck right over there, so he's going to photo this way. So this is going to be where the back row is, and the front row is going to be there where you just had the back row a second ago. So just come on closer. And now I know why it takes 20 minutes at football games too. You could also squeeze in some of these rows over here, between the rows. I don't think everybody's going to fit in over here. No. Hyvä häs.
Joo, sori, että ei saanut enempää infoa näistä puheista. Hyvin toimii.
Yes, this guy right here did the first initial move. Yeah, so you can also fit into the between the bench rows right there. Keep on going, sir. Yeah. Both sides, of course.